Reach up, hook your thumbs, lift through the heart. Nice, and as you exhale, bend the knees and sweep the arms back behind you. Clasp the fingers, reach the heart forwards. Exhale, forward fold. So think about picking up through your shoulder head, softening the elbows and lifting the back of the hands up towards the ceiling. And then from here, let the fingertips touch down. Inhale, lift the sternum forwards in Ardha Uttanasana. And then from here, walk yourself forwards into your downward dog. All right, from here, we're going to slide the right leg all the way back behind you. Come into your bent knee dog, open up to the right, and then level off your hips, shoot the leg back behind you and up to you once or twice into a lunge. So I'm going to do it just the once. Yeah. When you're there, come up on fingertips, take your right hip back in space. And then from here, start to just walk your back foot all the way back behind you so that you can bring the knee back down to the ground. Pause here. Pick up your right toes and let the bones of the feet really soften down towards the ground. And then push the floor away. Take your right hand onto your right thigh and just walk that left knee back a little bit so that you could take the left arm up and you could turn the chest towards the left. And what I did with my right thigh there was I just lengthened the right thigh forwards. So the knee's still pretty much on top of the ankle, but the right thigh just feels like that's opening up that way as my sternum turns and I can reach all the way towards the back of the room. If you feel like it, you could bend the knee and see if you can grab hold of heel or even the top of your toes. Just go really nice and easy. And then what I always do is I send the toes into the hand, and can you see how that lifts me up? I pour down through that front foot. And then just for an extra challenge, you can take the right arm forwards, lift it up, bend at the elbow, and grab hold of the back of the skull, and then start to take the elbow upwards. You really have to pour your weight down through the right foot. Take a breath in, take a breath out, reach up through the right arm, release that left toes, and then come back forwards again. So lots going on there, lots, you know, it's quite challenging when you're moving in lots of different directions, but lots of different dimensions, but just be really mindful that you're taking your time to do that. From here, lengthen the leg, send your pelvis back in space, take the toes up towards you, bow down. And then from here, bend the knee, come forwards into your lunge, slide the bricks back if you need, tuck your toes under and slide that leg back into your downward dog. Notice how very different it feels. The whole right side has lengthened for you. And we roll it forwards into a plank. Might need to adjust your hands a bit. Send your heels away from sternum, soften through your elbows, and then you could either bring your knees down or you could slide your toes backwards, roll over them and come into upward dog. And then everyone, knees come down, bend your elbows and reach yourself all the way forwards, reach the sternum forwards into half chaturanga. From here, low cobra, and then let it go. From here, you're going to slide your bricks forwards of you so that you're in this Y shape. So my bricks are going to be a little bit wider and a little bit sort of out on a diagonal from my mat. And then my hands are on the bricks. I'm just going to press the bricks down. As you press the bricks down, you'll be really aware that the triceps start to firm up. Make sure your feet and legs are as wide as the mat. Draw your waist in and keep sending down into the hands, but drag your arm bones back into their sockets. And that will give you that really nice uplift through the upper body. Bit of tone around your bottom, that's all good. And then from here, really slowly lift your legs off the ground, squeezing the bottom even more. So I've got this upward movement through the sternum. Legs also move off the ground. And the middle of me is really got to draw in. And then from here, let that go. Bend your elbows, let go of the forehead completely let it go. We're going to do that again. So to get ready, take your arms forwards, hands on the bricks. Get your legs ready, slide them towards the back of the room, and then pour your weight down into your hands. Feel your triceps firm up, but drag your arm bones back into the socket. And already here, my pubic bones kind of rolling away from my ribs because it is a back bend. And back bends, what I find really helpful to understand is that you've really got to open up the front body. So you've got that length between pubic bone and sternum, and then your legs come off and they reach forwards. You're dragging your arm bones back in towards you as if you're dragging the bricks towards you. Now let's see if we can just open up the back of the neck. So no tension there. Chin often needs to go in towards the throat. Take a breath in and a breath out. The legs come down, you soften your elbows, the forehead comes down. We are going to do that one more time. Take a breath in. Full breath out. So last time, hands pressing into the brick. You might need to just slide them away a little bit. Pour your weight down, firm up your triceps. And as you do that, drag your arm bones back in towards you. And that you can't help but lift the sternum up and away. The pubic bone rolls away from the ribs, and then the legs come up as well. So there's a whole sequence of events that all you need to do is just follow them through to come up into these poses in a really effortless way, and also keeping the length. That's really important. And you do that just by drawing in at the waist and expanding out from the middle of you. Take a breath in and a breath out. Release everything down to the ground. Elbows bent. From here, you can slide your bricks back to about chest height. Press your hands down, pick up the shoulder heads, low cobra, and then keep coming up, and dome your back all the way back into a child's pose. Release the forehead. And then from here, on your next inhale, dome up the back and come up into all fours. Maybe move your bricks and hands. Maybe take your knees back in line with their hips. Tuck your toes under and send yourself all the way back into your downward dog. Take your left leg back behind you. Downward dog split. Open up the heel, heel to bottom. Open up the knee to the left. Bend your right knee if you need to. Good. And just send away with your right hand a little bit so you're not dumping down into that shoulder joint. Let the head be nice and heavy. So you're letting go of any tension around the head. And then level off the hips. Shoot the left leg back out. And then up to you. Either 3 or 1 to a lunge. So knee to chest. Dome up the back. I'm just going to do 1. Let the left foot land. Using the abdominals as you come forwards and backwards so that you've got control over placing your foot down on the ground. That's it. Take your left hip back in space. And then here, just walk your back foot long so that you can bring your knee down. And then even here, take your knee back a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. And then pour your weight down into that front foot. So the back knee's down. Pour your weight down into the front foot. Great. And then from here, just turn your sternum towards the right. Turn your sternum towards the right and take the right arm back behind you. So you can either just reach here, yeah, or you can pick that heel up and see if you can just grab hold of the top of your toes and press your toes into your hand. And as you press your toes into your hand, that connection of arm bone to the foot, can you see? That brings my pelvis up. It kind of invites me to press down through the left foot. Nice. This could be plenty for you, but if you want to add an extra challenge, you take your left arm forwards. So the chest is out to the right, the left arm is forwards. Take the arm up to the ceiling, bend the elbow, and then just place the hand on the back of the skull. Pause here. Keep sending your back toes into your hand and start to lift the chest up. Start to lift the chest up. Narrow through your waist. Good. And then from here, to come out of it, arm goes up. Release your foot, turn the chest forwards, fingers on your bricks. You might need to slide them back towards you, and then just lengthen this left leg, bow down to it. Step back into the foot. And then from here, slide your left foot back towards you, left leg back towards you, and then come all the way back into a child's pose. Pretty strong, lots of opening happening around the chest, the hips, all at the same time. It's an integrated pose where we're going into lots of different dimensions and directions all at once. Good for the brain as well. Take a breath in and a breath out. And last time, from here, slide your bricks towards you as you dome the back. Build the spine back up bone by bone. I'm just going to need to shuffle forwards a tad. And you're going to keep sliding backwards, keep sliding backwards, keep sliding backwards. And then take your palms on the bricks, shuffle your shoulder joints back so they're a bit more towards the hands. And then keep a bend in your elbow, but imagine that you're trying to press those bricks down into the earth. Lift your sternum up. Can you feel that really delicious opening from shoulder joint across the chest? So I'm not forcing, but I am encouraging that opening of the soft tissue. And then from here, if you want to go a little bit further, you could pour your weight down into your shins. But notice I'm not pushing my pelvis forwards. The thing that I'm really trying to send forwards is my sternum. It goes up and it goes back actually. So it's going forwards of the ground, but upwards towards the ceiling, but also trying to slide back towards back wall, and that lengthens, makes some space in my neck. Then pick up your head, look forwards, bring the bum down, slide your bricks forwards, tuck your toes under and come